first loss of the season against Cincinnati last Saturday. Touchback for Buck Buchanan, and we check in with Chris Buck. They got their hands full with Rocco Becht and Iowa State. Redshirt junior quarterback floats one to one of his many tight ends. That's Gabe Burkle against Cincinnati after they had gone down big early. Fake it to Abu Sama, and Becht can run as well. Saw those 7 rushing touchdowns, the most of anyone.
Full command of the offense.
First carry for the electric Abu Sama. Lowers the shoulder on DJ McKinney, picks up a dozen.
Really gives him a lot of versatility.
It's 3 tight ends here, plus an extra offensive lineman, so we'll run that way for Abu Sama. Got away from Preston Hodge, shoved out of bounds by Ben Finiseth with a first down and more with that heavy personnel.
Here you're going to see it. They're just going to block down and run basically a power type of action. Pull the left tackle.
From just outside the red zone. Sama again off the left side with plenty of green turf. The hesitation, and he gets tripped up by Ben Finiseth. There is a flag down around that edge. Iowa State gave up 216 on the ground in the first half alone in their loss to the Bearcats. This is Cam Michael, redshirt freshman, getting his first career offensive snap.
This is where you want to put him.
Side Tom Orange, big piece of the defense for Iowa State. Underneath to Joseph Williams, and he's wrapped up.
No holds barred. He's ready to rock and roll.
It's a swing pass to River Peppers, making his collegiate debut, true freshman. So 3rd down and long for this Iowa State offense, led by Rocco Becht, the 3rd-year starter. Pressure comes. Becht sidesteps and takes off, and he stumbles down, wrapped up by Alex McPherson. Second pass for Salter, and he steps up with room to run. Lowered the shoulder as well. A couple years ago at Liberty, rushed for nearly 1,100 yards in a spectacular season. Bucks need 3 off the left side. It's Micah Welch, and he does not have enough. Xavier Townsend in motion with Rocco Becht rolling, and a quick hitter to his tight end, Gabe Burkle. He's got a first down into plus territory. Corner R.J. Johnson's been out since week 3, and there are a ton of injuries on the Bucks defense. Abu Sama's met in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 with the talented freshman defensive end London Merritt on the stop.
London Merritt is someone who they have talked about being a guy who is going to be a staple for this program for years to come. Just look at him get off the football and just take the offensive lineman, Austin Barrett, and just that's exactly what you want to see.
Another 3rd and long for Iowa State. Becht under pressure. The crossers complete to Bramer. Wrapped up at the 45 and just 4 yards. 8 plays and only 16 yards and no first downs for the Bucks. Salter slings one low, and Joseph Williams goes down.
5 look and see if Colorado can run the football with any effectiveness.
Salter pulls it, and he's got running room off the left side. Oh, they can run it with effectiveness.
And for good reason. It's the strength of his game.
On a blitz, Salter got rid of it. First touch, Omarion Miller, who gets cracked down by Caleb Bacon. And Miller coming off his best game of the season, 2 touchdowns against TCU. Salter flings it this time, and this is the 6'5" wideout, Sincere Brown, led by the former NFL head coach, Pat Shurmur. Salter finds the pocket, puts his foot in the ground. Wrapped up by Dom Orange, and the legs again for Caden Salter pick up a first down. So Colorado moves into the red zone, and Micah Welch takes it inside the 10. 3rd down and 3 for the Bucks. A run for Welch. Churning the legs off the left side, and it appears he's got enough. On 1st and goal, Welch follows Seaton, and Welch waltzes right in. Colorado strikes first.
You're going to see here, look at this 3-3-5. You see the 3 down linemen? Here are the linebackers. Just look at this edge right here. They don't have anybody in support, in contain, and they're able to capture the edge immediately. Jordan Seaton's running out there going, who do I got? Who do I get to block? Who do I get to put on the turf?
For Rocco Becht and the Cyclones. Becht seen, and it's Xavier Townsend. Made a man miss and stumbles down past. Pick up a big one there with 19 to Townsend, a Becht childhood friend. gets it again, and the UCF transfer turns it upfield into plus territory for Xavier Townsend. Dylan Lee, the running back. And Lee turns the legs. He's got a first down.
So they got one-on-ones on the outside. You wonder if Rocco Beck checked the one.
A give. Sama stacked up off the left side. Strung out by Jeremiah Brown, the fifth-year senior inside linebacker for a loss of 2.
You're just going to see here, watch. There's this good hold up at the point of attack and then watch everybody come over the top. But you've got to be able to get some knockback at the point of attack, which is what you get. You're able to flatten down the line of scrimmage, and then your line.
Colorado tree. Here at the foothills of the Flatirons. Cam Michael takes it off the right side, and one of the fastest players on this team for Colorado.
If you can't stop the run.
Michael stepped down at the 28, so just a gain of 8, and then he gets blasted by Cooper Ebel for a loss of 3.
That is a great read by Cooper Ebel. He's like he was listening to me up front here. He said, hey, look, you know what? How about this? How about you watch this? Watch me come over the top here and just shut all that nonsense. Hasn't seen a target yet. Maybe they can get the ball to him.
Betts looks opposite that way, and a contested catch. Eli Green, the fifth-year senior, only his 4th catch of the season, his first one since August.
Go figure. You go to the guy who you really haven't depended on that much so far in this season, and he just goes up over the top. Against DJ McKinney, their best cover corner. Amazing clip over the past couple of weeks, and there's another one.
21-yard pickup, and now misdirection. Abu Sama breaks free. Sama takes it into the red zone. 26-yard skipper from Sama.
Just look at the blocking down at the point of attack. And then you got the pullers coming, led by Big Brendan.
2 tight ends, direct snap. Sama follows Bohr and goes hurling past the 15. Trying to go over the top of DJ McKinney. Townsend on the jet sweep. And Xavier Townsend gets cracked down.
And just take away a lot of the playbook.
The 3rd-string kicker, Chase Smith, true freshman walk-on, and Chase Smith gets it to go.
That's a good start for this Colorado offense.
Salter off a play fake, fires downfield, and he dropped it in beautifully to Joseph Williams. Into plus territory. Another big catch by Williams.
Yeah, they got away with one here. You're going to see Joseph Williams. He's moving at the snap, and the referees missed the call. But Caden Salter just drops this in here perfect. You can really just go on a methodical drive here. Don't turn it over.
Started with a run to Micah Welch. No gain off the left side. Listed as a wide receiver. He's getting his first career offensive snaps today. Salter got the crosser. And his tight end, Zach Atkins, slips.
We'll see how they try to handle this situation here before end of half.
On the arm of Rocco Becht. Checked out. Aiden Flora slipped a tackle. And Aiden Flora absorbs contact out toward the 20.
Very mindful of making sure the ball isn't put in harm's way.
Becht still scanning. Flora again goes diving. And Aiden Flora makes the
playing very conservatively here in the first half.
We got a $1:40 to go with 2 timeouts. Becht slings one, and Brett Eskelson makes the catch. And Eskelson's got a first down as well. To the wide side of the field, and a turn upfield for Chase Sowell.
You know he can go the distance at any time.
Still 80 seconds to work with. Another completion, and Ben Bramer. And it's empty for Rocco Becht. $1:15 to go. Becht, seam, and Bramer makes the catch. To the red zone for Iowa State. Abu Sama back into the game. Brown blitzes. Becht runs that way. And Becht goes spinning down, and they will mark him down at the 1. Ivan Yates tripped up Rocco Becht after 19.
Talked about it in the last series. This is where his legs become a factor.
As tight ends with Sama, who follows him, and Sama's in. Touchdown, Iowa State. And now big mix-up after the play as well in the end zone.
Back in 1977, playing Pop Warner football with the T formation. Sometimes that's the best kind of football to play, just when it's operating at a high level.
So maybe the 2-minute offense is what spurs him into action. Quentin Gibson runs it out, finds a lane, and breaks a tackle. With the hesitation, takes it out to the 40.
One-score game.
And after the run back, can they grab a little yardage? Caden Salter, he goes sliding down. They spot it where the slide began.
See if we can break this game open.
They added back 2 seconds. Iowa State brought pressure, so this is Sincere Brown who slides down with a second remaining. And
to Marion Miller, because you know he is your big play guy out on the perimeter.
yeah, he only had 2 touches in the first half. He's electric. Quentin Gibson handles the Chase Smith kick, and Gibson gets stripped and goes flying past the 25. Williams in motion, and Salter a clean pocket. He takes a shot. A wide open Marion Miller. Hello. 70 yards.
And you're just going to see here, corner squatting in the flat. This safety's got to be driving over the top. You can't have 2 guys at the same depth in zone coverage. Wide receiver's just going to take off down the boundary. You see here, there's just a miscommunication. Somebody's got to be playing either in the deep half or the deep third. Without knowing the huddle call, it's hard to determine which guy made the mistake. But that is costly. You simply cannot do that and let that happen. Coming out here, the first play, where now you've ignited this football team. You've given this quarterback some confidence.
And do they take more shots like you've been calling for downfield? First a pitch, and Abu Sama's got a good running lane off the right side. Goes under center here. Second down and 3. Sama slips free. Abu Sama into plus territory. Ushered out of bounds by Ben Finnecent. And Sama's had his way today on the ground.
Just look at this jump cut by Asama as he gets it north and south end. This is great feet. Look at it. Jump, get it back north and south. The corner, Makari Vickers. That's big time feet, vision, execution.
Sama again probes toward the 25. 14 for 124 for Abu Sama. And now Dylan Lee on the direct snap. He breaks the tackle. And Dylan Lee takes it into the red zone. Yeah, Bohr was dealing with Motto early in the season. He had been getting about 30 snaps a game. Full workload today. And Lee runs it off that left side behind the likes of James Neal. 2 tight ends here with more in motion plus Burkle. Sama the kid. Sama takes it inside the 5. And Sama's got enough to set up first and goal. Punted in high school. Now Campbell hopes they don't need him right here. Sama off the right side. Tries to get the edge. And he is bumped out of bounds. Sama again. Sama touchdown. Abu Sama is feasting. Late flag will go on Tyler Moore for jawing in the face of the Colorado defender, but it is a touchdown indeed for Iowa State marching down the field. It already has been, and he caps the drive for Iowa State.
Well, they compared him to Breece Hall of the New York Jets. I think you're starting to see why. This kid has got wheels and got a lot of talent.
Punted in high school, and after the penalty, he boots one away to the 19-yard line for Quentin Gibson. And Gibson strings it out wide and takes it out just shy of the 50.
Handling success, failure, all of it.
Dallin Hayden on the ground off the left side, takes it across midfield and gets
330, 320 respectively.
Salter rolls, and toward the sideline, he's got it complete. Joseph Williams has had a good game so far. He picks up 14 and a first down.
That's a nice throw on the part of Caden Salter. Just get out here outside the pocket. They have a 3-level flood concept. You can see it.
On second and long, it's Dallin Hayden, former Ohio State Buckeye, crashes into Marcus Neal. He's top of your screen against Quentin Taylor. Salter steps away from Marcus Neal, and Salter slips the tackle of James, and he's got a first down. And Caden Salter's fired up.
And look, he has Marion Miller wide open. He just never even looks at him. Just watch, corners playing off and outside. The middle of the field is wide open. Just step up in the pocket.
Up against this John Haycock defense. Salter screen. It's Joseph Williams who turns it upfield. Tayshawn James wraps him up, but that's enough to set up first and goal. That's where he is again, one-on-one with Quentin Taylor. But a run instead, and Dallin Hayden takes it to about the 5. And the redshirt freshman Cam Michael with Salter. 3-man rush. Salter with time. He floats one back in the end zone. Williams! Touchdown, Colorado!
That is a heck of a throw. Real good concentration. See that right foot comes down inbounds. He secures the catch. Run a little mesh concept. The result is a touchdown.
Now Rocco Becht back with it for Iowa State, down by 4, and he layers one in beautifully. And Carson Hansen is out with a concussion for the Cyclones. Becht quickly. Nice turn upfield for Chase Sowell. Second down from midfield for Iowa State. A give again for Sama. Finds the running lane. Sama with a stiff arm. Stays on his feet. And finally brought down inside the 15. Abu Sama can do it all.
See, this is what you get. You're going to get a pull. You're going to get a block down here. And then
he's complaining about his hamstring earlier this half on the sideline. Dylan Lee, foot in the ground. Gets stood up just outside the 5 by Jeremiah Brown. Abu Sama's been the workhorse, and he gets tripped up. London Merritt got in there and snatched Abu Sama's ankles from behind.
This is a great individual effort on the part of Merritt. You're going to see him just come off the edge and just flatten down the line of scrimmage. That's what you got to do when you're unblocked. Force them to kick a field goal or make this a 4-down type of situation.
Sama on the pitch. A stiff arm and nowhere to go. Ran into Sean Myers, the backup linebacker. On third down, Rocco Becht goes that way, and he's intercepted by Taufik Byard. Now there is a flag down in the end zone in the direction of Bramer. Campbell can't believe it.
Well, you're going to see Bramer run into him, and he's just going to, you see him put both hands into the chest of the defender and then try to turn around again, just box him out and play basketball. But you tell Matt Campbell is arguing, just look at Ivan Yates' left arm. He wraps it around the shoulder pads, and it looks like he pulls him to the ground. And how about Taufik Byard making that with a cast on his left hand?
Well, let's bring in our rules analyst, Jerry McGinn. Jerry, should there have been pass interference here?
So this flag was thrown by the head linesman.
From the 20 for Salter and the Buffaloes. With pressure coming. Salter slings one on the deep out. Got it complete to Joseph Williams to move the sticks.
Just watch this. He's getting this right in his face, and he stands right in there. He never blinks. Both of the starting corners injured.
Now it's second down and 10. They spit it out quickly to the tight end, Zach Atkins, who rumbles forward. Been a long time coming, and he has started to find a rhythm. Extra offensive lineman, so they run it with Dallin Hayden, and Hayden has enough and more for a first down. Hayden again, stacked up. Let's check in with Matt Berry in the studio. This is second down and 11 for the Buffaloes, up by 4 on Iowa State. Against pressure, quickly out. Quentin Gibson's got some wiggle, and he gets spun down just shy of the 45. Micah Welch checks back in and gets the call. And Welch gets blown up off the left side. It's a loss of 1. Cooper Ebel in on the stop, and now fourth down. Some deliberation from Deion Sanders. Matt Campbell still irate during that commercial break. Cyclones got a long field in front of him. And Abu Sama off the left side, following Brendan Black, searching for more space. And Abu Sama turns that. Taylor Mauser went to the gun, and now short field, Colorado up by 4. Salter the keep and the cut
What's wrong?
He gets stacked up after a 4-yard pickup. 29-yard try for the steady senior Alejandro Mata. He's been with Deion Sanders a long time. Mata splits the uprights, and the lead is 7.
Now they'll probably go a little bit, hurry up, kind of up the tempo a little bit. You saw how it affected him earlier in the game.
He fires to his tight end, Ben Bramer. Rumbles to midfield, and a dart from Rocco Becht. And now second down at 7. Michael to motion. Hayden to give off the right side. A first down and physicality. Running into the face of Tayshaun James.
This time it's the freshman Cam Michael who's just going to block on the edge. Watch him here. Watch him lead his running mate, Dallin Hayden, around the edge. Cam Michael staying on the field.
Snap it around 220. Hayden with a lane. Dallin Hayden shoved out of bounds, but there is a marker back near midfield. First down and 10. 2 timeouts left for Iowa State, plus the 2-minute timeout. And this is Cam Michael, who will lose yardage running into the corner. Trey Bells, and a couple of timeouts for Matt Campbell at Iowa State. Salter keeps and gets tripped up by the safety Jamison Patton for a loss of 5.
If they can't pick up this first down.
It's the longest third down today that Colorado's offense has faced. And they do go to the air, and Salter connects! A dart to Joseph Williams!
A great call against cover 2. Watch the safety get too wide. Down the seam, and you don't have anybody run with him. Whenever you vacate the middle of the field in the too high look, you have to have somebody running with him down the seam. You can see the safety, 31, Marcus Neal, try to recover late, but he's too late on it. Caden Salter recognizes it immediately. That's textbook. That's...
And Colorado upsets Iowa State.